People gather in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm in a good mood tonight. Because for once, they actually delivered a pretty good show. I had minimal problems with this. Very minimal. There's a couple of issues. The women's War Games match was very... It felt like it was just... It felt like one of those matches where we gotta go over here and do this spot. And then you gotta go do this spot. And we gotta do that. That's what it felt like. Just, I'll get to it. But, yeah, and there was one big surprise I don't think anyone saw coming, because they wrote this match off as, oh, this guy's definitely going to win. Surprise! Although I felt like we should save the title change for the next match after that, because, I don't know. Especially the way that it went. But, yeah. So, yes, we'll start. By the way, I'm talking about Survivor Series 2024. Yeah, of course. Wrestling Corner, all of that stuff. Yeah, my Christmas background stuff. I still got one more movie to review. One more review to do, and then I'm done with the Christmas stuff. So that's back there for now. So, we start with War Games. The Women's War Games match. By the way, I also decided very last minute that I was going to also simulate the matches on WWE 2K24. So I will tell you the outcome of the matches on the game as well as the real life one. So we had the Women's War Games match. It was Team Rhea Ripley, being Rhea Ripley, Bayley, Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Naomi. And against Team Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, not Rodriguez, Michael Cole, Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae. Alright, so the one thing that both of these matches have in common is that it feels very random, but if you take one person off of each team in both matches, it works. I don't see why we had to have 5-on-5 this year. We've done women's 4-on-4 before. 5-on-5, especially when you obviously didn't have a plan or had a plan and changed your mind. About when we get to the men's, but yeah, it just didn't. Here's the situation. The way that it was designed before, you could have done Bianca, Jade, Rhea, and Io Sky against Nia Jax, Tiffy, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez, and that would have worked. Jade got kayfabe injured. Yeah, it's storyline. She's not really injured. I don't know what the hell's going on with that, or why they didn't want her in the match. I don't know. And replaced her with Bayley. But before you decide to do that little storyline, the 4-on-4 would have worked better than adding Candice LeRae, who has no connection to this whatsoever, and Naomi, whose only connection is that she is friends with Bianca and Jade. That's it. And Bayley now too. So, yeah. I also don't like when they do the person gets injured. Who's going to join now? 5 minutes later. Bayley. I know they technically confirmed it on Raw the next week. That's another thing I don't like. What happened to the brand split? Come on. I know that they're double, teams, but still. Yeah, this was fine. It was fine. But there definitely was spots that, it's getting easier to point out, oh, they've got to do this spot, or they're going to do this spot, you got to do that spot. It's not just, we're having a match and it looks spontaneous. No, it looks like they planned it out and go, you got to go over here and do this. You got to go over here and do that. You got to go here and do this. How many goddamn times do we need to see Io Sky do the thing with the trash can on her head on the top of the cage? Seen it. She doesn't need to do it in every War Games match she's in. Why does she need to do it? It's like Kofi Kingston doing this weird thing in the Royal Rumble. He did it 1 year, and then he kept doing it every single year. And you know what? After a while, they're like, well, we run out of stuff for him to do. Why do they have her do something different than just the trash can thing? If you want her to do something spectacular, have her do it. But not the same spot 3 years in a row, or 3 times in a row, every time she's in a match. Oh, they did change it up. Her garbage can was purple. Ooh. Ooh. But still, no disrespect to Io Sky. Put your body on the line. Do that shit. But why does it have to be the same spot every time? Come on, people. Also, there's like, Liv Morgan was safe for last. She was like, she was going to go in. Then she ran off. Comes back with the baseball bat. Gets in. And then Rhea like dominates. And it's so choreographed. Like, Rhea dominates. Everyone is down. And then when it's time for another spot, everyone just gets back up. And it's like, wait, what? Like, everyone was knocked down. And then just sudden, you know. And at one point, it felt like Raquel Rodriguez was standing in one of the rings by herself, just waiting for them to go into that ring so she can hit it. I later heard something about she was handcuffed to the ring or something. But it looked like they were doing spots over there and Raquel Rodriguez was just standing there until they came in. Okay, boom, do the spot. That's what it felt like. It didn't feel like a natural match. It felt like spot here, spot there, gotta do this spot, gotta do that spot, that spot. It felt way too planned out. I understand you gotta plan some things in a match. I get that. But matches work better when you're more spontaneous. Sure, there was some work spots in the men's one, but it felt more natural than this one. This one felt like every single spot was planned, like nothing was spontaneous. And only a couple times in the men's did it feel like that. Rhea Ripley's team won, which is the right choice. Although I immediately got worried because I was not going to have both face teams win. I was wrong. But, you know. And Team Rhea Ripley won on WWE 2K24 as well. And then we got a WTF moment. Too bad Ross Tweddle only put those WTF moments to Patreon. I understand you got to make some money, but it's not fair to the rest of us who can't do your Patreon stuff. You know what I mean? But I get it. I get why you do it. It's just a bit of a bummer that it's only exclusive on here. It kind of sucks for us, rest of us who like watching it. And it feels like we're getting punished because not enough people watched it over here. But those who did and can't afford your Patreon stuff are now kind of punished. Probably only me. I don't know, but it's not that I don't want to support. It's just financially, like, I got my own stuff going. I don't have credit cards or debit cards or anything to do that with anyway. But, yeah. And I will never do a Patreon because it feels like I have a job, first of all. But also, and nothing against those who don't. By all means, all due respect. But, like, I don't know. I just don't feel like I need to squeeze money out of people. Like, it feels like if I did do that, it would be where I'm going to put a video on there. And it'll be like, oh, you could get this video 3 days before it goes to YouTube. Right? And then still put it on YouTube. And never do exclusive stuff. Because that's not fair to all the people that subscribe to me and stuff. But I'll never do a Patreon, so it doesn't mean that. Anyway, like I said, we get a WTF moment. It's Shinsuke Nakamura versus L.A. Knight. Yeah, for the United States Championship. And holy fucking shit. Pardon my French. But Shinsuke Nakamura won. They made it clear that this started with when LA Knight landed in the middle of the rings and hit that metal piece. And then Shinsuke hit the Kinshasa. Also, what the fuck is this theme song of his? It's terrible. I thought they fired Def Rebel. They can't have fired Def Rebel and hired someone new and it's still bad. Come on, this is terrible. It's a remix of the original song, but it's terrible. By the way, the theme songs for tonight were the same song by two different people. Yeah, they had the original Black Sabbath version of War Pigs, and they got a cover by T-Pain. Yeah, you know, I'm in love with the Tripper. That guy. That's what I think of. Let's just use this in a song and I'd walk by her. I'm in love with the Dripper. That's how I said it. I don't know why I said that. Nothing against T-Pain at all. But, yeah. Shinsuke Nakamura win the United States Championship. This is where you choose to have your title change. I know that my outlook on stuff is, well, you gotta have at least one title change, right? This is the one? Really? Why? Why Shinsuke and why now? It's so random, and I don't mean the Disney Channel show. It's just so random. It would have made sense if the Intercontinental Championship changed hands. Like, you know, have Sheamus win it. I didn't pick Sheamus. You know, him not winning was the right thing to do. But if you were going to have one title change, that's the one I would have changed. LA Knight won at WWE 2K24. From this point on, 2K24 was wrong on every single one after the first match. It was... They had one win, and then the game's like, I'm just going to predict it wrong. Yeah. So then we got the triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. It is Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser versus... I know I said it like that. Versus Braun Breaker. And the obvious choice for this was Braun Breaker. But, you know, they keep pointing out that Sheamus wants to win that one. And before the United States Championship match, I'm like, well, if they're going to change one title, it should be the Intercontinental Championship, and it should be Sheamus, if they're going to have a title change. This happened, and I went, well, Sheamus ain't winning. Braun's retaining. I knew it. During the match, though, Michael Cole, I'm calling out Michael Cole, because he said that the Intercontinental Championship is considered to be a workman's title. A championship you win on the way to winning World Championship. Well, let's just look at how many of that, let's just look at how untrue that is, and how many former Intercontinental Champions didn't go on to win a world title. Now, I'm only counting world titles won in WWE. So, ECW world title, the World Heavyweight title, WWE title, Universal title, and the WWE ECW Championship are the only ones that I'm counting. So, those who won Intercontinental Championship but didn't win the world title are Pat Patterson, Ken Patera, Don Morocco, Tito Santana, Greg Valentine, Ricky Steamboat, Honky Tonky Man, Rick Rude. He did win the WCW title in WCW, but not here. Mr. Perfect, Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich, DeMount T, Roddy D. Piper, British Bulldog, Marty Jannetty, Razor Ramon, Dean Douglas, or Shane Douglas. Again, he won the ECW title, but not in WWE. Jeff Jarrett won the WCW title, but not in WWE. Goldust, Ahmed Johnson, Mark Merrill, Owen Hart, Ken Shamrock, Val Venus, Road Dogg Jesse James, The Godfather, D'Lo Brown, Rikishi, Billy Gunn, Albert, Lance Storm, Test, William Regal, Shelton, Benjamin, Galito, Umaga, Santino Marella, Wade Barrett. I put Ezekiel Jackson down and then realized he won the ECW title, so never mind. Curtis Axel, Luke Harper, Ryback, Zack Ryder, Shinsuke Nakamura, and, as of this point in time right now, Braun Breaker. Sami Zayn should be on the list too. Wyatt, I didn't write Sami Zayn. Oh! There's another side. Sami Zayn, Apollo Crews, Ricochet, and Jey Uso. I forgot there was another side. And Braun Breaker as of right now. So, and NXT I don't count. So, yeah. Title you win on your way to becoming world champion. Not true for everyone. Not true for everyone. And again, I'm just counting one in WWE. WCW, ECW, doesn't matter. You got one in WWE. So, yeah. This match was good. Triple threat match was good. It was really good. One thing I want to point out, one thing I want to ask, can we stop doing the spot? Or stop making it so obvious that the referee is going to be pulled out? Because every time that's about to happen, the referee, you could tell because the referee is laying right next to the rope. And I'm like, he's going to get pulled out. It's become so obvious. I'm like, oh, he's going to get pulled out. And he was. Ludwig Kaiser pulled him out. It's like, oh, he screwed Sheamus again. And then I have a problem with the ending to this match. Ludwig Kaiser is right there to pin and win the match. To get pinned and for Braun Breaker to win the match. That's all you needed to do. But not only are you not giving Sheamus his first Intercontinental Championship, but you're telling him, you're not going to win, and also you're going to take the pin, Come on. Fuck you, man. Kaiser could have been the one to get pinned. Sheamus did not need to get pinned. That is not only telling him you're not going to win the title, but it's an extra sting because he's got to take the pin while not winning the title. That's bullshit. Next, Sheamus won on W2K24. So W2K24 likes you, Sheamus. Bella. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, then we have Damian Priest versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm not going to keep on repeating myself. I'm not a fan of Damian Priest. I don't like that he's getting pushed in the main event. He's a bona fide mid-carder for me, but he's getting pushed in the main event for some reason. That's my personal preference. Nothing against the guy, nothing against, what they're doing, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. And I was like, well, what are they going to try to do to justify the loss? And they took the most boring, cliche way out to do this, to have Damian Priest lose. Finn Balor got involved. That's it. At one point, Damian Priest gets hurt and he rolls out of the ring. And the referee goes up to check on him and then goes inside the ring to check on Gunther. And then Finn Balor shows up, does a coup de grace off the ring steps. And then the referee's like, hey, what are you doing out there? Because he knows he's out there. Then Gunther big boots him in the face. And I'm like, what the hell did you do that for? He's on your side. And Michael Cole's like, Gunther's saying he doesn't want any help. Because they're playing this whole, he lost his confidence since he won the world title. I don't fucking see that at all. You wanted to win on his own. Well, we wanted to see him win on his own, but, WWE rules dictate that you cannot have a clean finish in a world championship match. So sorry about that. Yeah, so Damian Priest loses because of Finn Balor, but this still makes no sense. The first time that Damian Priest lost, it made sense. But now, they have distanced themselves from this rivalry. Why is he now coming back out and costing Priest again? Now, to be fair, they haven't even had their one-on-one match that I know of. I don't watch the weekly shows. So, I don't know. This just felt like, we need something for the end. And to just have Finn Balor go out is what it felt like. We got War Games! War Games! The men's War Games match is the OG Bloodline of CM Punk versus the new Bloodline of Bronson Reed. What is this lineup? I get most of it, but CM Punk and Bronson Reed? It makes no sense. Again, why not just do 4-on-4? And why is Cody not on the show? People saying, Cody's story with the Bloodline is done. When? When did it end? When did it end? When? Yes, Roman came back and it went focused back to him. But there was no real conclusion to this. Yeah, he beat Solo. So what? They had a tag team match. That's the thing, though. They had the tag team match, and it was implied that Cody was going to be involved in this. And I think he was supposed to be involved in it. I know that WWE is bullshitting and saying, oh, Cody was always supposed to, or CM Punk was always planned to be the fifth guy. Bull fucking shit, he was. Bull fucking shit. Because you cannot tell me that you planned for Bronson Reed and CM Punk to be in this match. It's supposed to be OG Bloodline and Bloodline. It was supposed to be Cody Rhodes on one side, Kevin Owens on the other, and then somebody told Triple H, actually, that doesn't make sense for Kevin Owens to be on that side. And he went, oh shit, I need to change my mind. And then he said, well, then just put Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed in there. And they went, well, it doesn't make sense for Seth Rollins to be on Roman's side either. Oh shit, just bring in CM Punk. And you're not going to convince me that it was planned, because it feels so thrown together. And again, just do a 4-on-4 match. It makes way more fucking sense. That being said, this was very good. Possibly one of the best War Games matches I've seen in a long time. And it's just down to everything they did, from the super kicks, the splash. Jey Uso and Tama Tonga came out first. And they fought in the ring. And then the bad guys had the advantage, so I know I didn't do this for women's, but I couldn't remember the women's. But this one just happened, so then out comes Jacob Fatu. No. Bronson Reed. I forgot he was in there for a second. I just mentioned that, but Bronson Reed. And they go for a little bit. In comes Sami Zayn. No, Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso comes in. The Usos against... That's why I'm like, it should have been Tonga Loa, because you have the Guerrillas of Destiny and the Usos fighting. But no, they... Can I ask a question? Why did they hire Tonga Loa if they're not going to let him do anything? I know he's known as Bacha Loa, but like every time he's supposed to be in it, they pull him out of it or something. Because like Tonga Loa goes to come out next, and Solo's like, no. And has Jacob Fatu go out. And then they do this again with the other side, where Punk's ready to go out, and Roman's like, no. And Sammy goes, I'm like, you just did that with the other team. Why would you do it 2 times in a row? Why? You think people aren't going to notice that? That's stupid. That is stupid. So then, finally, Tonga Loa comes out. And then Roman acts like he's going to go out. And then Punk's like, nope, and runs off. Because they're supposed to act like they don't like each other. And then Punk gets in with a toolbox and starts beating the shit out of people. Then finally, Roman goes to get in. And they lock him out. Yeah, sure, you don't want Roman in there. But also, the match can no longer now end. Because now the referee can't get in. See what I mean here? Because now Roman climbs over the thing. By the way, I gotta say this. When the match started, how Tonga got in the ring, he started climbing around the freaking cage like he's some kind of spider monkey. And he's going, yeah. He's doing it, yeah. So Roman now climbs the thing. He's knocking people down. He's jumping out. He's finally in. But then I'm like, well, the bell didn't ring. Oh, the ref's not in. How are we going to end this? Funny, they open the thing. The ref comes in. And they could have easily did the spot that where they open the door and someone else comes in. I don't know who is left. Like, I don't know. But, I don't know. Seth, maybe. Someone said Seth. No. I heard that people say, oh, Seth was going to get involved and screw Bronson Reed. Yeah, but if he screws Bronson Reed, he'd be helping CM Punk. He doesn't like either of them. So it makes no sense for him to get involved. And it don't. And really, it comes down to a spot fest, which I also didn't talk about in the women's. Yeah, that's another thing that feels very choreographed. They do the spot fest. They did it here, too. You know, they get the super kick from Jay, super kick from Jimmy, double super kick, haluva kick, GTS, spear, 1, 2, 3, Bloodline and Punk win. And then, you know, Punk says to the wise man, he says, I did it, but you owe me a favor. And the wise man says, you got it. And it's funny, Punk fucked up, by the way. They all walked off, and the Bloodline like sort of coming together in the middle of the thing, and you could see CM Punk walk behind the curtain, and they were up and they stop at the entranceway, and then CM Punk comes back out like he went back there like, hey, wait, you gotta do the thing, because they do the thing in the ring where they alter the point, and the Punk does this, and then you got the Wise Man doing this, so they do it again. Well, plus the Wise Man here, and then Punk comes back out, then they do the thing. And then the show was over. So he fucked up and he went back and not realizing, hey, you gotta go out there and do the pose, man. Yeah, I laughed at that. Oh, he fucked up. But yeah, this was good. An actual positive WWE PL review. Yes, it's actually positivo, because I like this one. Oh, and I should mention Damian Priest won on WWE 2K24, and the New Bloodline won on WWE 2K24. So yeah, W2K24 only got one right. So yeah. So what are your thoughts on Survivor Series 2024? Leave a comment below, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Scott, and I'll see you in the next one.